Have you ever thought to yourself, those plastic nibs that Wacom makes that you need to replace almost every single time you barely touch the tablet are sure fun to buy and keep around on your table to keep replacing them, and I would never ever want one and only Wacom nib that will stay there forever. And I have terrible news for you because I found the solution that to the problem that you never wanted in the first place. And the solution is coming from one country where there's funny cat girls and really, really good fish food. And they have a deep culture of inking and drawing manga. So I was super excited when I heard that from over there they made permanent Wacom nibs. And so I will share my experience and thoughts about the metal nib, the little story behind it, and is it even worth it to buy one or not. Well, hello there, this is Tamil, and first I've heard about the magical metal nib for the tablet on an art stream on Twitch, and actually it was from Hoal Artwork, and I'm pretty sure I'm pronouncing this completely wrong. It's Hoal Artwork, and they have super duper awesome art streams, so I recommend following them. And they have said that they've been using the metal nib on their Wacom Pro for almost like years and years. And I was so curious about it because I love additions and little gadgets and tech and stuff like that. So I was super into it, into the idea of it, even though I didn't even have the tablet for it. Therefore, long story short, I had a normal Wacom that I used for years, like a regular hobo art student. I'm pretty sure a lot of people start out with those. Then I switched to different tablets after that, some screen, some non-screen. And honestly, I settled down back to the small Wacom Bluetooth one, and I really liked the thin pen that they were offering, and the fact that the surface had really nice grainy texture to it. And I noticed that my screen, which is 15 inches, was a little bit larger than the Wacom tablet. So as I was drawing and drawing, the area of the active surface area on the Wacom felt smaller as my skills developed. I felt a little bit limited, and so I thought, well, this is a really good time to try to get a new tablet after all these years, try to combine that with the metal nib idea. After searching through ancient temples of art civilizations, a for sure pen that supports the metal nib was the Wacom Intuos Pro pen, which I believe is the Pro Pen 2. Hopefully that is correct. And I decided to find one on a sale. I got it $100 off from Amazon in the open box section, actually. I was super happy about that, and it was cheap, and I opened it, it got delivered to me, and it had barely any scratches on it. The person who was using it only used one nib, everything else was untouched, and there was barely 1 to 3 barely visible marks on the tablet, so it's almost like they gave up on the day they started, using it. And honestly, I'm glad they did because I got a cheap drawing tablet out of it. No regrets, man. So thanks whoever dropped the tablet and gave it back to Amazon. I really appreciate you. Have a good life, have a good health. So the next hard part was that how do I find the metal nib? And I researched pretty much everywhere, and unfortunately I did not find the nib at all. It was sold out on every single website that I can find it on. And I even reached out to Calvin Sims, who is also a really cool art streamer, and they knew Japanese, and because all the websites were all in Japanese, and Calvin also has some friends in Japan, I thought maybe there could be a way to buy it. And in very long retrospect, there is a service who is going to let you buy a product from Japan, and then as if you're from there, and then it's going to ship it to you to America, but it takes very long time and it's very expensive, and I was just really confused on how to use it. So I was like, this is not kind of like worth it for me, so I almost gave up on the idea, honestly. But then I decided to check one of the worst bootleg Chinese websites I knew for any product ever, and that was AliExpress. And sadly, no, they did not sponsor me. That really sucks. for them because, I have this giant channel with 5 million followers. But basically, I looked at the metal nibs on their website, and there was two products there. There were two products. Each one of them was like less than $7 or something like that. That's including the shipping. I don't remember the exact pricing, but I was super happy to find it. I ordered two of them at the same time. They were both from like different companies or distributors. So I'm like, I'll get both. I'll have one just in case I lose one, and the other one can come faster. So I bought it to see which one comes and how are they are different. And in the end, they were actually both the same, even though the pictures were showing as if they're a little bit different. So I was kind of like confused about that a little bit, but maybe it was a mistake on their end. I'm not sure. I'm not really, butthurt about it. I don't really care. I got what I wanted. It was only $8 at the end of the day. It took a while for them to reach my amazing California mansion made of cardboard boxes on the street. And after I got it, I was happy to try it on. I put it in the pen, and then it worked completely fine. It worked great. It worked like a charm. There was not a single problem with it when I was using it. Let's just get into the experience and what to do with it. A lot of people assume that it will damage your tablet, but I have a very light hand due to my shoulder injury. It's a like very minor injury, but I basically don't hold my pen really hard, and my wrist is very relaxed. Most of the time I'm drawing absolutely like no pressure on it. And I also have a solution for people who have hard hand to protect the tablet. So don't worry about that. We'll talk about this immediately right after this part. I talk about how it feels. How does it feel to draw with it? Therefore, I felt like the nib was a little bit too smooth. And it's understandable because it was made out of stainless steel. It was going through the surface of a tablet really, really smooth. And I tried drawing on it for a week or two. And then I remembered that I actually had unused paper-like texture from my iPad. And no, I'm not sponsored by them. And yes, I know Wacom literally sells textured sheets for the Wacom tablet, but I was looking at their website, I was looking at the Best Buy, I was looking everywhere. It's just sold out everywhere. They don't make any. At that point, they say sometimes they make a little bit and then they sell it again. And I'm like, Wacom, why are you like this? I really want to just give you all my money, but they're like, yeah, no, we'll make a little bit, but we don't know when, and they just keep refusing. So like, I really don't understand why is it so? It's like the Wacom tablet is like the most popular tablet in the industry. Why is this such a thing? So basically, I couldn't get that, and so I used the paper-like texture protector for the iPad on my Wacom. I had to cut it into a specific size, mostly due to the fact that iPad is more square and Wacom is more wide, but it absolutely worked. Extra protection with extra texture. The metal nib worked on it, no problem. Yes, it probably does not look delicious and appealing and tech fine art stuff. I agree with that. It looks kind of ugly, but I really enjoy drawing on it, to be honest, and it feels nice. And yes, it is gonna be super hard to believe me. You have full right to just disagree with me and, close this video, dislike it. But I am telling you, I'm swearing on my art career, the bubbles that you see on the tablet, when I draw with the pen, I don't feel it. I just don't feel like it's there at all. It has no effect on my drawing feeling. Yes, maybe someone else, if you put it on, maybe they can feel it. Maybe they will have problems with it and hand coordination thing. But when I do it, I put it on, I have the bubbles under, and I feel it just feels so natural to me. I don't know why. Also, I specifically did not want to make this video early or the moment I got this or whatever it might be. I wanted to test it for a very long time, and it has been almost a year since I bought it and have been using it for full time. So I was drawing on this for probably 6 to 8 hours almost every day for maybe 5 days a week. And I'll probably take a picture of this, but the paper texture almost has zero real damage. It's not deteriorating, nothing. The pen feels exactly the same as before. No lags, no difference. The Wacom and the Photoshop are working just completely fine. And it's, again, it's just my experience, the way I set it up and the way I feel about it. If someone else sets it up, I'm pretty sure someone else is going to feel uncomfortable drawing on it. The metal nib is only supported on that specific pen. I feel like I don't want to change it or switch it to anything else at all. I posted this metal nib thing on the Wacom subreddit, and there was actually one person who told me to be really careful. And mostly that is because if you drop the pen on the floor, there will be higher chance of damaging the pen because the metal nib will vibrate because it's metal. Plastic absorbs most of the vibration and the damaging, and so it will actually damage your coil inside the Wacom pen. I'm not sure exactly how it works, but it happened to them and they shared their experience. For me, it's not really a problem because Wacom comes with the pen stand, so I usually put it back into the stand. I never touch it unless I'm drawing, and when I'm drawing, I always hold it. I never put it down. So I never dropped it in this entire time. As a conclusion, I found the Wacom texture sheets. After months and months of searching, they were there, available. So I bought those. Now it's just in my closet collecting dust because I have the paper texture on my Wacom. I hope this video was helpful. I will try to put some links in the description. Let me know if you have any questions at all. I will try to answer them. I hope you learned something, and thank you for watching. Subscribe, like, and happy painting, of course.